So off and racing now. Looks like Audrey Savage is getting off to a nice start there. Starting to set the pace. So the Eureka uniform of Courtney Parker also in the mix early. Let's say that is Bridget Williams and Glenn Huntley also, unless it's one of the Donaldson twins, I think. Starting to get a little bit dark here once again at Box Hill. So it makes our job a little bit harder. We'll try and do our best. Diol's now slipping into that second position. But I think that's pretty sure that's Audrey Savage. We'll make sure of that as she comes through. Getting out to a nice start. You can see Oakley Kerr sitting midfield there, just behind Donaldson. This Savage leading the way. Then Diol, Donaldson, Oakley Kerr. Lazar's on the rails at the moment. Poppy Donaldson sitting at the rear of the field for the moment. But out front, still Audrey Savage. She's coming in for 5:08, sitting on a 76 as they go through the lap. So good start there for Audrey Savage, Athletics Essendon. Priya Diol in next position. Now the girls are starting to make their moves as they start to bridge those gaps. So that was a good move. I think that's Chelsea Saw who's just made her way through down the back straight and up on to Diol and deciding just to sit there. Nope, goes past. So that's a good move. Had the momentum and took it. So Audrey Savage working her way forward by herself. She'll start to hear some footsteps because I think the gaps are starting to come together now. So a 5:08 runner. Not one of the top seeds is Audrey Savage, so let's see what happens when the field starts to come together a little bit more. But Savage still looking quite good. Chelsea Saw in next position. So Savage, 2 to go. Saw. Then we have Bridget Williams, Diol, Oakley Kerr, Donaldson. Bit of pushing and shoving because they are really coming together in that group at the moment. So through the 1200 now. Saw moving nicely. Savage still maintaining. Sorry, through the 800. Oakley Kerr in amongst that bunch. She's got Parker to the outside of her. Bridget Williams, she's the shorter figure. She's sitting in 5th at the moment. And now we're seeing Saw just getting on to the heels there of Savage. So if this is the first time Audrey's had someone with her and Saw decides to go straight past her. They're hitting the 1 kilometre mark. They're going to go through the 1K in about 3:23. So Chelsea Saw leads it. Audrey Savage. Meg Oakley Kerr in next position. Then Parker. Lazar to the outside of her. Then Williams. So Saw. Savage is still hanging on beautifully. Oakley Kerr winding it up. Now coming through is Eden Hill. Then Donaldson. Diol. Pounding. Next up, Charlotte Gibbs. And Poppy Donaldson. Next position. Now we're seeing Oakley Kerr winding it up. Sort of sense this happening. She was looking so good in that bunch. And Meg Oakley Kerr, the St Stephen's runner, really striding away from this at the moment. So she's got a 5-minute seed time. I think that's a bit of a guesstimation rather than a true seed time. As we see, she's going to absolutely smash that 5-minute barrier. Looks like Savage has just got to dig deep here as she goes into that last 200 metres. But Meg Oakley Kerr leads the way. 150 out, drawing into the home straight now. So 5-minute the seed time. She's going to be well under that. Chelsea Saw battling on beautifully there in second position. Now Parker from Eureka moves into third ahead of Savage. Then Williams and then Lazar. So let's get behind Meg Oakley Kerr. So she's going to be well under the 5-minute mark. So good run for the young St Stephen's runner. She'll take it in 55 thereabouts. Pushing forward to try and break that 5-minute mark. They'll be right on it. Parker and Saw Williams just ahead of Savage, the early leader. Then Lazar. Hill comes through. Then Diol. Ruby Donaldson next. Georgia pounding, battling on beautifully here. She'll be in at about 5:14. And then Gibbs. And Poppy Donaldson. Final one here in the women's D 1500 metres.